I hope that all the European Union intellectual property offices, customers and friends around the world are coping as well as possible with the current crisis. In this video, I would like to outline some of the things that the EUIPO is doing and some of our future plans. As previously explained, the EUIPO is in the fortunate position of being able to continue to operate well using pre-existing arrangements for mobile and flexible working. However, we know that many of our customers are struggling due to this global health and economic crisis. At this difficult time, we have already taken the steps of extending all time limits in all proceedings before the office. These time limits were initially extended until 1st of May 2020 and yesterday were further extended until 17th of May. We will keep monitoring the situation depending on the needs. The office has now completed around 2 months of almost virtual teleworking universally. The examiners, customer service staff and boards of appeal are keeping output at normal level, quality checks continue to be performed regularly and quality remains good. In fact, in April, production of trademark opposition and cancellation decisions was at a record high. However, on the input side, there has been a fall in filing demand from most EU countries and the United States. Filings from Asia and especially China are now already recovering. We have been able to adapt quickly to the new online environment. To take one example, we are actively working on how to virtualize our stakeholder quality assurance panels, and we plan to start with those next week. These panels give an opportunity to users' associations to critique our quality based on real decisions. They are very important for making sure that we are concentrating on the aspects of quality that are important to the users. Online meetings using video conferencing software are already playing a major role. For example, we have been detailing our plans to help small and medium enterprises get the best out of their innovation in a series of meetings with EU member states' intellectual property offices. Yesterday, we also had a very useful online session of the EUIPO user group, including 50 participants from more than 16 main user associations. Helping SMEs will be an even more important issue as we climb out of this crisis, so it was very encouraging to find that there has been a very active interest from our stakeholders. We are in a close consultation with the European Commission, in particular DG GROW, which is defining the EU's response in relation to IP and SME support. The Office is also investigating the possibility to accelerate a number of its own initiatives, which we believe can have a positive impact on the cost and efforts facing small and medium enterprises seeking to protect their innovation or enforce their rights. In addition, a specific SME corner and a mobile app for easy and quick access to services will be developed. While movement restrictions are easing in various countries, including Spain, it is already clear that any return to normal working will need to be gradual and well managed. The Office has its own return plan and is making efforts to source test kits and personal protective equipment without, of course, competing with the health professionals and first responders who must continue to have priority. Now, as never before, we all need to work together to ensure that we are part of the solution as we climb out of this pandemic and economic crisis. We know that getting back to normal working is going to be a group effort and would like to assure all IP stakeholders that the EUIPO is there and ready to help.